Welcome to Shots from the Foul Line podcast, a metaphorical nod to both the game of basketball and the unpredictable nature of life. Join your hosts Vic and Dustin as they dive into their unique experiences, ideas, and philosophies while discussing a range of sports topics and storylines. Shots from the Foul Line reflects their journeys of taking life shots, one conversation at a time.
All right, hey, welcome back to Shots from the Foul Line podcast. We are rocking and rolling with video once again. Hopefully you got a chance to check out our last episode, which was our first on the video. How do you think we look, Vic? Do we look all right?
Oh, yeah. These mugs are perfect.
Yeah, I forgot to call my makeup artist to make sure I was all done up beforehand. So it is what it is. Can't be like those ESPN folks getting all prepped and perfect for their lighting and all that stuff.
Right.
Hey, so we got quite a bit to talk about. Let's start off with baseball. We got Game 7, the ALCS going down right now. Looks like the Mariners are up 2-1. Pretty sure you and I are both rooting for them to pull it off. Good chances. I mean, they've been playing well. They are away. They're playing, the Blue Jays home field, so we'll see if that's enough for them to pull it off at the end. But I'm rooting for the Mariners. Going 7 games always makes it more exciting. On the other side of things, we had a sweep. You called it. You had a feeling. You knew the Dodgers were probably going to run away with it, and they sure did. But funny enough, the sweep by the Dodgers was not even really a headline.
No.
It was a small footnote in what happened in Game 4. And it's crazy and ironic. And I think this is just like the epitome of superstars. Is they can be in a slump, they can be playing bad, they can have a couple bad games, whatever the sport is. But when they put it on, they put it on. What were your thoughts of Ohtani, man? I was just, my jaw was on the ground when that third one went out of the park.
Players step up. Big-time players step up when you need them. And that's what he did. He knew that, hey, he had slumped the whole playoff. So
He was batting like 160 going into Game 4.
So I guess he got hot at the right time.
Okay, there's getting hot, and then there's doing what he did.
Historic.
Nobody has ever done this, and it's just, it just makes you wonder. And I was watching this old video of him when he decided to go pro back in Japan, and he didn't even consider playing both sides of it. But
No.
a team that drafted him said, "Hey, we want you to actually pitch and hit," and he's like, "Well, let's give that a try. Why not, right?"
Right.
Dude threw down 10 Ks, went, I think, 6 innings.
Yep.
I mean, dominant at the mound. Dominant. And then what does he do at the plate? Freaking 3 home runs. First of all, he's leadoff. So he goes out there, retires aside. I think he walks the first batter, 3 straight Ks to finish the first inning, steps up to the plate, knocks it out of the park. Like, that in itself was just an epic way to start a Game 4 in any kind of game, really. But to start a Game 4 in the NLCS was incredible.
Right.
Did you see that second home run?
Actually, no, I didn't. I didn't see the second one.
Out of the park on top of the roof in the back of the stadium.
You know what? I stand corrected. Yes, I did. It went 200 and no. It went 369, almost 370 feet.
I think it was like 469.
Yeah.
It was the furthest home run in their stadium this year. And I mean, dude, this guy, I've been saying it for a while. He will go down as the greatest baseball player ever if he lasts anywhere in the ballpark of 10 seasons. I still think he will.
He's going to win MVP again, without a doubt.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be surprised, but they obviously didn't use him on the mound a lot during the season. I think he only played a couple of games, and they really wanted to save him for the playoffs. And holy crap, that payoff!
Right.
I mean, and here's to me. I mean, obviously, as a fan, as a casual watcher of baseball, my jaw's on the ground. I mean, I still know how historic it is and how just insane it is to do what he did. watching his peers, watching his teammates react, and then watching the other team talk about it is just like, what are you gonna do? I mean, there's just nothing to do other than just watch in awe. It was
Right.
incredible. It was incredible.
You see, they got football on tonight. Detroit is spanking Tampa Bay right now.
Oh, so you want to switch to football already?
Well, baseball. I've okay. Finish off baseball. Baseball is going to be the Dodgers. I think that they're still going to win the World Series. It probably doesn't matter who they play because it's the Dodgers, and so Seattle would be great to see them win, but I just don't think that they, as far as that goes, they don't have the horses with the dot for the hang with the Dodgers.
You know, I'll say it should be interesting. Watching this ALCS, it's going, 7 games back and forth. I think they'll put up a fight better than Milwaukee did, which is crazy again because Milwaukee had the best record in the entire season, right?
Right.
So yeah, from your point from your perspective, yeah, they're probably going to just walk away with it. I would not be shocked at all if they do win the World Series, but I think it'll at least be a better fight than the NLCS. Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
But people always say, "Well, I hate the Dodgers, I hate the Yankees." But the thing that the old theory is, if you hate those teams, then you have to beat them.
Well, and you're not going to hear players say that because most of those players, they play good enough, they're going to get paid by one of those two teams, so they would never say that.
Right.
It's the fans. Yeah, it's the fans. Like I couldn't stand the Patriots, right? I don't like the Chiefs. I just, there's certain teams I enjoy disliking, and it's because they're great. Nobody cares about hating a crappy team. I mean, who hates the Browns? Nobody. Nobody cares to.
Hey, I do now because what they did to me yesterday. Bro,
wow. So they kill another one of your parlays?
Oh, dude, no, not just that. That was the only game I lost yesterday.
Jeez.
Seriously, bro. That was the only game I lost. I'm like, oh.
Hey, so that's a perfect transition. Let's go to NFL. Okay, so let's start with the bad in my mind, which was just the most pathetic representation of an NFL team I've seen in quite some time. The Raiders. The Raiders put up a total of 95 yards. And I get it. You're going against the Chiefs. The Chiefs have had some struggles this season. They've given up points. They've given up yards.
Not yesterday.
95 total yards. I think the Chiefs put up like 450, something like that. Like just wow. That's painful. Like that's like good old Oakland days. Right. Now you're in Las Vegas. You might have changed what city you're in, but woo,
dude,
that's some bad football.
I guess they thought, that Geno Smith was gonna make a difference. No.
Well, and they draft a running back. He's struggling. It's his first year out. He's playing against bigger, faster guys, better schemes. Obviously, the teams are going to prepare for you differently in the NFL than they would in college.
Right.
Yeah, so it is different, but it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, but the thing of it is, if you ain't got a quarterback that can throw the ball, then they're gonna focus on the run.
Yeah, do they go hand in hand? We've talked about that before. Running the ball early makes your throwing game a lot easier. It opens everything up for you. And if you're down early, then you have to throw. Then they know you're going to throw too. So then your running game's kind of negated at that point too. So, yeah, if they keep stuffing your run, it's pretty easy to double up on the blitzes and cause more pressure for the quarterback.
Did you see? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Did you see the most exciting game yesterday?
Well, I was going to ask you what your most, I guess, interesting game was. But what did you think the most exciting one was?
Well, interesting too. The Broncos and the Giants.
Dude. I didn't get to see the commentary, but I read some headlines of how, of course, the Giants coach is getting just blasted. So
the defensive coordinator.
3 quarters of a shutout. 0 points for 3 quarters. And they give up 33 points in the fourth quarter to lose by a point. Oh, man.
So
yeah, that's brutal.
I think that the defensive coordinator for the Giants, they should have made him buy his own plane ticket and fly with somebody else, bro.
Dude, it's a combination of things. And I'll kind of tie this into the 49ers because we had a great game yesterday. Like looking at the win, the scores, you can make the assumption that our defense played great. But watching it, our secondary, and this is where, as a casual viewer, I can't quickly pick up, oh, is this a man or is this a zone coverage? But I feel like we play a lot of zone and we just get picked apart. I mean, they ran down in 5 plays and scored on us at one point.
Yeah.
And when we have to, I feel like our defense shows up and it steps up in like big moments, luckily. But geez, dude, for most of the game, our secondary is just getting picked apart, like just nonstop. And if it wasn't for some pressure we put on the quarterback at times, I don't think we would have won that game. And we had some big plays, but it's just hard to watch.
We lost 2 more players. We lost Huff. He's going to be out a couple weeks, hamstring, and we lost the center. Our center, he's going to be out for a couple weeks. I think more players.
And Huff was huge yesterday.
Mhm.
Huff was a big part of that game.
He
So
was.
yeah, it's just interesting because you talk about the Broncos, and I don't understand why prevent defense is such a common thing. They play this soft zone coverage. You give up the middle of the field. You give up these easy plays. But with the way the passing game is executed this day and age, they can run down the field like against that kind of defense and score in 30 seconds. So,
When
like,
you
what does that really do for you? You didn't kill any of the clock.
No, when you play a prevent, the only thing a prevent defense does is prevent you from winning the game.
I mean, most of the time it absolutely does. But yeah, dude. So, hey, kudos to the Broncos, man. I mean, and here's the thing too. On the flip side of it, like you're shut out for 3 quarters, and you come out in the fourth and play like that. That's impressive. I mean, it's a whole new game for you. Like you just like what happened? Like you guys flipped the switch. You looked at the defense. It was giving you what you wanted, I guess, and you just picked
Right.
it apart. So that's impressive.
But
Go ahead.
the other thing is, remember what I told you earlier, the Patriots are still playing, they're still winning, bro.
Dude, they're playing solid. I mean, I would be shocked if they do not win their division. I'll say 2 big surprises to me. Cowboys put up 44. Their offense is actually Dak's been playing well, but they just haven't played great as a team. Them putting up 44 against the Commanders, I was actually surprised they beat them that handedly. But
It wasn't even close.
yeah, the Rams. Ugh, I hate to say it was a surprise because at this point they're playing really good football, and I hate the fact that they're playing so well. Our division is going to be a tight race. It's going to come down to, I think, all 3 of us. Cardinals are Cardinals. Cardinals find every way they can to lose.
But bro,
It is what it is. But
we were talking about that. I said, it's like what a few teams that you see that they can snatch victory. I mean, defeat out from the hands of victory. I mean, you got the game in hand, bro, and they're winning the game again, and all of a sudden that fourth quarter comes along.
yeah, dude, and the Packers are playing well, right? I mean, they've got a solid team on their hands, but I still think that was another game they should have won. I mean, they
Yep.
gave up 14 in the fourth
Yep.
and lost by 4. So
Yeah.
it's tough. Colts and Chargers, that was a pretty good battle. The fact that the Colts didn't even have to score in the fourth and they still won, put up 38 points.
Dude,
They're
whew.
having a hell of a season
They
too,
are.
man. They're looking good. It's going to be interesting to see how these teams start playing out.
And guess what? They have a quarterback who everybody cast off.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, dude, Giants. Well, see, that's the problem too, and I think people are starting to see that maybe more now than they used to. I think to your point, people would just disregard quarterbacks, say, "Oh, he just wasn't good," right? Especially if they're drafted high.
Right.
It is a lot about the system you're in. It's a lot about the coach, quarterback coach, offensive coordinator. That plays. I mean, look at Mac Jones. I mean, he had one good season in New England,
Right.
and then he didn't do much at all, and he's playing solid ball. Not
Right.
great, but he's
Right.
playing really solid.
I didn't know that Shanahan actually wanted to. Shanahan said he actually wanted to draft him when he
Yeah.
came out of Alabama.
Yeah, how funny is that?
Yeah. And now look at McCaffrey balled out last night.
Ooh, he ran all over them. That was the shocker of that game is our running game against their defense. We ran all over them. He looked
Right.
amazing. And he made it look easy too.
He did.
I do want to give a kudos to the old guy because you and I are up there in years.
Who?
Flacco, man. Flacco stepped up.
That-
Took down the other old guy. took
But
down the guy who doesn't think he's old and thinks he should,
Well,
keep
they
playing.
what they call it, the icy hot bowl.
Yeah. So, dude, kudos to him, man. I mean, that's really cool. Steelers, I still think are going to be a really solid team. The rest of the season, they play Green Bay, I believe, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Rodgers gets to go back to Green Bay next week. See how that turns out for him.
No, I think they're coming. I think they're going to Pittsburgh.
Oh, is it gonna be in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Hey, hold on. Oh yeah, did you see that, dude? Did you hear that?
No,
I think Jamar Chase just caught another pass, dude. 17.
he balled up, man.
He caught 16 passes, bro.
And here's what's funny: like, if you're somebody like Flacco, I mean, he's had some talent around him, but not that kind of talent. And at
No.
this stage in his career, to go from the Browns to go over to Cincinnati and have Chase just throw bombs to, like, oh my, what a he's probably thinking, like, what did I do to deserve this? This is amazing.
16 catches, bro.
He balled out. I mean, 161 yards is a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah. But they won. That's what they brought him there for. They brought him to
Well,
turn.
and he threw no picks. Rodgers
Right.
threw 2, So yeah, it's impressive. I mean, dude, I love the NFL. These games are exciting. Tonight's game right now, it's into the 4th. Lions are playing like they should have the last couple weeks. Bucks look like I wish they looked like against us. So they're getting their ass handed to them pretty good. Detroit should definitely walk away with a win here.
Right.
But dude, these games are exciting. You don't know, man. That's why it's funny you talk about these parlays. It's a crapshoot. Like, yeah, sure, a couple of these games you can kind of assume. I mean, even looking at the Dolphins Browns, I would not have picked the Browns to beat them by that many, right? That was a handed ass whipping.
Yeah.
Especially because Gabriel didn't even do anything. I don't even think he threw a touchdown.
He didn't have to. You had Judkins got 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he didn't do much. He only threw 18 times. So you and these parlays, good luck, man. Good luck the rest of the season. These are tough picks. These aren't going to be easy.
Hey, you know what they say? It'll weed itself out.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And again, later in the season, we'll kind of start to see some more like easier picks. Teams will know how they're playing. Injuries are like the biggest factor, right? It's one of those ones we can't predict, and it's like what's going to happen next. But yeah, dude, it's crazy. Hey, so I'm gonna beat you to this one because they're gonna get blown out by 70 points. Oh my gosh.
I know what you're talking about, but
yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
No, I know what you're talking about, but this is my thing about that game, bro. Why didn't they not? Why they didn't announce that he wasn't going to play until Friday? That's what they said that their quarterback. And you're gonna tell me they did not know that he wasn't going to play Saturday, but they didn't make the announcement until Friday that their quarterback is not going to play. Come on, man.
Hey, man, it's a weird thing. I mean, I don't know what his exact injury was, so it might have been one of those things where he was hoping, like, maybe he'll be game time ready. Who knows? But let's dive into college, man. Let's dive into this because I don't know what the hell's going on with ASU. They lose in Mississippi State. They get killed by Utah, and then they beat freaking Texas Tech, who was ranked number 7. They beat TCU, who was ranked 24th. So
right.
I guess they just have to play a ranked team and they'll step up. I don't know because we don't have any more ranked teams the rest of the season. So we'll see how that plays out. But ASU, man, I was shocked. Again, just got destroyed by Utah.
Yep.
Texas Tech was looking good. And we put them down, man. I mean, again, injuries are injuries. I get it. But still, that was a huge win. Big surprise. Awesome to see. But the biggest problem is you and I, we gotta eat our words. Oh, Miami will probably go undefeated the rest of the season. They don't have any big matchups. Hey, guess what happened? Louisville stepped in and handed them a loss. Like, geez, can't predict this stuff.
But you can predict this, my Buckeyes.
Yeah,
dude, they're on a record pace as far as they've only given up 41 points in 7 games.
Yeah, dude, they're ridiculous right now. Ridiculous.
And the quarterback, he threw for almost 400 yards.
I'll be shocked if they don't win it again, dude. I feel like they're looking better this year than they did last.
That's what they're saying. They say the defense. They said the defense, and I would tell you, it's the coordinator, dude. I was like,
Hmm.
you got, like I said, you got a pro coordinator, and what he said was, he said, I came to Ohio State. He said, it's like, he said, I'm like a kid in a toy store with just numerous amount of toys. He said, he said, it's like I can play this guy, this guy, this guy. He said, oh, well, why don't I try this? Everything that he is doing is working. I mean, the players are flying around. They're not, they, they're not giving up, they ain't giving up big runs. They are just, I mean, Wisconsin is that shit. They didn't have a chance with their quarterback. By the time they played Ohio State, they were on that third string quarterback.
Yeah, well, they are still looking great. I don't think their schedule's looking too intimidating the rest of the season. I don't want to jinx them. I don't want to do what we did to Miami, but
But it's one game that's always been kind of a trap for them to do.
yeah.
You know who? You know who it's
Mich-
been?
Michigan.
Purdue. No,
Oh, Purdue.
not the Purdue. The last time when they were undefeated, one time they went to Purdue and they got yeah.
And
So
it was an away game when they lost.
yep.
Yeah, which is it is again, right?
So
It's
I'm
at
saying
Purdue again. Yeah.
they have to, and that's what Ryan Day said. He said we take one game at a time,
Yeah.
one game at a time.
You have to. I mean, if you look at, I think we only have 5 undefeated teams now. And you look at Texas A&M, they only won by 3 points against a 2-5 Arkansas team. So you just never know, man. I mean, Ole Miss lost. They lost to Georgia. That was a hell of a game.
That was.
That was the one. Did he throw the pick at the end of the game?
You know who's turning the season around though?
Hmm.
Everybody remember when Alabama lost their first game.
Oh, they absolutely have. Yeah.
And everybody said, "Oh well, I guess Alabama." No, they have lost since then. No.
Yeah, I mean it was Florida State, so and it wasn't just like a few points. They lost pretty handily to Florida State to open up the season. But yeah, to your point, dude, they destroyed Wisconsin, beat up Georgia, which is a huge win for them. The fact that they've played a ranked team the last 4 games is huge, right? And that's again why they're number 6 now. Right. And I think they might be higher than that now. Was that they're number 4 now. So they've gone up 2 more spots. So yeah, pretty crazy. Obviously Miami dropped significantly with that loss now. Ole Miss, same thing. But
Texas Tech, they dropped too.
Yeah, they dropped 7 spots, man. They're done for. I mean, they lost against an unranked ASU team, so of course it's gonna happen. BYU still undefeated.
Did you watch that game? Did you watch that game?
I did not. No.
I saw. I did see that. That was a good game. That really was. That what they call it, the holy war. The holy war.
Yeah, right. Yeah. BYU and Utah.
Yeah, so that was a pretty good game.
Really I mean, they only won by 3, but that's a hell of a win for them to stay undefeated. We'll see if they can creep up into the top 10, depending on how everybody else plays out. But yeah, dude. I mean, I'd definitely put my money on you guys. You guys are looking unbelievable. Your defense is looking rock solid. I mean, again, your defense plays like that. Your offense is just like free to do whatever they want, right? And you guys already have the weapons, so
right. So who you think? Yeah, because where everybody's talking about Jeremiah Smith, but both of them had a good game Saturday. I mean, you got Tate. He's had 100-yard receiving the last 3 or 4 games, and then you got, like I said, because they know Jeremiah Smith said this. He said, "I know everybody gonna put their focus on me." He said, "So that's why I have other guys." He said, "Why y'all putting all the focus on me?" He said, "My teammates are gonna hurt you," and that's what they're doing.
It helps to have weapons around you, man. That's why it's funny to me when like wide receivers in the NFL wants to get paid. It's like, well, if we're paying you all this money, we can't afford anybody else, and you're going to get double and triple coverage. Is that really what you want? I know you've got an ego about you. Is that really what you want? Because I would rather have somebody who's like relatively close and also a threat to alleviate some of that pressure. Like, come on.
You know what I was reading today? That excuse me, Ohio, a judge in Ohio passed it where they can get the high school players can receive NIL payments. I said, "Are you freaking serious, dude? Come on, man."
Oh man, well,
I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this: when you get back to the high school level, sports is done, bro. I mean, it is because
Here's my counter to that. Here's my only counter. And I think we brought this up once before, but I was watching some former MLB players talk about youth baseball and the cost of these to play in these leagues, to play on these traveling teams, everything that goes into it at a young age is absurd.
Yep.
If you are, and here's to me, baseball was fairly open to almost everybody, right? It wasn't like golf. I mean, you got to go buy your own equipment. It's expensive, all these things. It's like it's not as easy as basketball, but it's still open to a large portion of the population, right?
Right.
You start charging all this to get to a certain level just to have a chance to be seen by these colleges. Yeah, dude, if they, and again, who knows how the parents would spend this money and how this would even play out. But if it helps offset or create more opportunities for some of these other people to play because it is so expensive, then I'm for it. But then again, you don't know where the money's going, how it's going to be spent, all these things, and it doesn't necessarily help disadvantage people. It may just help the kids who are already at the top. But at least in a hopeful mindset, I think, hey, maybe it'll give some of these kids who don't really have the money to play in these leagues an opportunity, right? Who knows?
I mean, it's true, but when you start getting to that point, the parents they're going to put so much more pressure on these kids. Hey, I'm sending you to this camp. I'm spending all the money for you to go to this camp. It's not to the kids. It's not fun anymore. So some of them. I mean, some of
Dude,
them, yeah, yeah,
what's crazy is that's how the dance world is. There are parents who put all the weight on them surviving as a family on some of these kids. My wife and daughter knew one of these kids out in LA. Wife and kid moved out there. The dad said, "You've got 6 months to make it because we're putting all this into you. You're our only source of income. You have to do big. We're putting all this expense into classes and all this stuff." And this kid's like, I don't know, 11, 12 years old. Like, what? Like,
yeah.
dude, it's a scary thing, and it's not just traditional sports. It's across all kinds of avenues of entertainment stuff. It's pretty crazy.
Right. Well, I'll say is this. Like I said, it's going back to what me and you talking about because it is. You know, when I played baseball and stuff like that, it was fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't all hey we have fun, but now it's like you have to win. You ain't winning, then your parents, they're home ripping you up. Do other
Yeah.
things. So and then I told you a story about when we had a chance to win the state championship, and
You don't got
I,
to bring it up. You don't got to see. You don't got to keep bringing it up.
oh no, I said I struck out with the bases loaded. What I'm saying is I know the pressure that I felt then.
Right.
Imagine how bad it is now.
Yeah. Imagine if you're like 15, 16-year-old, and somehow maybe your house payment is up to whether or not you can win a game. Like, who knows, right? But just to your point, like, if there's this much money into it, what is that money used for? It adds all this extra pressure. And yeah,
Right.
dude, I absolutely think kids should play sports for fun. But we've definitely gotten to a point where there is a very quick transition from a fun sport to this is going to get you into a good college. This is
Right.
going to get you a scholarship. This is going to get you potential to play in the pros where there's millions of dollars. It's a very I think that's what you were getting at too. The
Yeah.
age of that transition, it gets younger and younger and younger.
I
It's
mean
nuts.
that's true. I mean think about it. You go from when you start out with like coach pitch, then T-ball, then you go look okay. By the time you get to T-ball, then you go up to Little League, then you go to after Little League, you go to Senior League. By the time you get to that level, the amount of pressure that's already put on you. I don't care if it's, you know, junior football, something like that. The pressure is already there because to perform because you joining all these club teams, you go into all these expensive camps, and I don't include the equipment that you have to buy. Like you said, the equipment. I mean, dude, baseball bats is for these kids. Parents are paying like $300 and $400 for a bat. I mean,
It's nuts, dude. It's wild.
The bat ain't gonna make you hit the ball.
Hey, but when you hit the ball, those bats can fly.
I mean, that's true, but you know what I'm saying. But you're the one have to swing it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
that's
Well, thinking about this coming week in football, you got any specific upsets you're looking at? There's a couple of big games that are going on, but any upsets you might call? If you were a betting man, is there anybody you might pick to at least cover a wild spread? No, nothing. I don't know, man. You never know. Like, I mean, I wouldn't think like,
I mean,
yeah, actually UCLA just had a huge upset and they're playing Indiana. You never know. They could pull that off somehow.
yeah, Indiana's playing to not take off.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, you know what? Let's do this. Who's going to win by 70 points, and I'll go bet on that team to lose. You tell me who's gonna have a blowout, and I'll at least go bet on them to cover.
Well, see, that's the thing. Everybody is predicting Indiana to go undefeated. I mean, schedule-wise, I've seen their schedule. They should, by their schedule, they should definitely go undefeated. But like you said, upsets can happen. People can get injured. Because hey, if their quarterback get hurt, that's what's carrying them right now.
Yeah,
I mean, the quarterback hit. They got a good quarterback, bro.
You kind of mentioned it earlier, but that's why it's important, I guess, to wait until the very last minute to submit your bets.
Exactly. I mean,
so you have all the information available to you.
I mean, that's I'm gonna say, unless you do like that. Like I said, I was shocked when I found that out. It's about the Texas Tech game. They can't tell quarterback. I'm like, what? I said, it's Friday night. I said, why are they just not talking about this? I said, did they know all week he wasn't going to play? It just kind of make you. It just kind of make you. Kind of make you wonder.
There's a bit of a challenge there where maybe they're hoping that the other team won't be able to plan accordingly, or they wouldn't put as much emphasis on, the backup being in there. Who knows? But yeah, some reason they chose not to.
Oh yeah, I mean that's true. That's very true. But as I say, if you think about it, sports, man, it's just a lot of things happen in sports that you've seen teams lose this year that who would never lose to some of these teams, college and pro, that you wouldn't even think.
Yeah, so I want to just stick with Texas Tech for just 1 second because I thought this was funny, but also kind of absurd at the same time. Man, they're no longer allowed to throw their tortillas.
What?
They actually got banned because I guess, people are throwing tortillas during the game, causing delays, and they had a couple penalties because of that. So they basically completely banned it. But it's been a huge thing in that stadium for who knows how long. But they caused too many problems, so that now they're no longer allowed to chuck tortillas, which everybody loves throwing a tortilla every now and then. Come on, jeez.
Well, if it's it just depends on what's on it. If it's food on it, you ain't throwing a tortilla.
those tortilla sales in Texas just dropped significantly overnight.
Hey, a plant just closed down right now.
Yeah. Their stock's plummeting. Terrible thing.
Yeah, but man, it's football. Is getting there, but what's warming up? What's warming up, right?
What's warming up?
NBA.
Ah, jeez. Yeah, the NBA.
Tomorrow night.
We'll see how this turns out. I didn't even pay too close attention to it. Dude, the East is just so dismantled by injuries. Like, even the teams you'd expect to be there, I don't think have a great chance. I think maybe the Knicks are probably projected to be a top team at this point.
Yeah, they got their prediction is they actually picked Cleveland to win the East, but Cleveland knows that they got to play the Knicks. And the Knicks always give Cleveland problem, and that's where they have opening night. They play the Knicks in New York. So
nice.
It's like I said, it's going to be
a fun start. Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, as to say, you're going to be the best, then you got to beat some of the best teams.
Oh, for sure. But that's the crazy thing is they won't beat the best teams. Boston, Indiana, they're not going to be there this year because their top players are out for the season.
Yeah. Did you notice one thing that they showed about that though?
What's that?
all three of the superstars last year that tore their Achilles, they all wore number 0.
Yeah, dude, that was a weird one. That was a weird Madden curse or something.
Yeah, yeah,
That was bizarre. That was definitely bizarre. All the same exact injury too.
yep.
I don't. Was it all the same exact leg? I don't think.
All of the same leg with the same injury.
Dude, that's insane. That's just weird.
Boston, yeah, Boston ain't gonna be the same. Like I said, they don't have Tatum. Indianapolis, they don't have their best Halliburton.
Yeah,
That,
somebody on your Cleveland team is sitting in the background with some voodoo dolls, like jabbing people's legs and stuff. Like, no, you go down. Crazy, dude. Craziness.
I mean, you think about last year. Nobody picked Indianapolis to beat Cleveland. I mean,
No?
they figured Cleveland win by a landslide. But what they didn't see was in the regular season, they handled Cleveland. They played pretty even with Cleveland in the regular season. So the Cavaliers knew, they knew, and then when you know it was going to be a long season was game 1 when Halliburton hit that shot and it bounced up and fell in,
Oh, dude.
and you knew
Yeah.
you knew then it's going to be a
That
long.
that dude had an incredible run of game winners. Like, unreal. Unreal. And the fact that he's a pacer just made it even better just because Reggie used to do that crap all the time. I
Oh
loved
yeah,
it. So yeah, all right, NBA's coming back. Obviously it sucks that a bunch of the stars are going to be out for the entire season already. Hopefully we don't see anything too crazy in terms of injuries. We'll see how long LeBron's out. That's obviously a big one.
he's out. They said 3 to 4 weeks.
I mean, if he was smart or the Lakers were smart, I would say he was injured too for the first month or two. I mean, give him the rest. Let him just jump in later on. It's like not letting Otani pitch the whole season. You just save him for the playoffs. Like, you know, you guys are good enough to get to the playoffs, right? Come on.
Well, they showed they predicted them to win 46 games. They said 46 and 36.
Yeah, that'll get him in there for
But
sure.
but you got to have. Your thing of it is though, you still got OKC. I think Golden State might try to pull off one last run.
Right. Well,
So
and Denver was kind of disappointing last year. I would think Denver would bounce back a little bit better.
yeah, but they lost a lot of players. They
Yeah, but
did.
they still have the freaking ungodly talented,
Jokic.
goofiest player you've ever seen. Well, I was so funny. I was watching a interview with him, and they were talking about when he got drafted, and they go, "Yeah, guess nobody wanted the fat guy, did they?" Hey, you proved them wrong, buddy. You sure did. Like, oh my goodness,
I mean,
it's
you
wild.
look at Jokic. He ain't the fastest guy, but
There's nothing about him that says he's the best at anything. He's like efficient as can be, I guess. I don't know what it is, but like
he just
he's very
scores.
deliberate. Yeah, he's very deliberate. He seems to be in the right place a lot. I mean, obviously there's a lot to what he does well. He
Right.
does it so well it doesn't look like he's doing a lot. But yeah, he just seems like the most, average looking player, but that's the last thing he is.
I remember when they played. I remember when they played the Lakers, and when Anthony Davis. I mean, they gave him and AD was going at it, but Jokic was hitting these shots, dude, and I'm
Dude,
like, just shake your head, just shake his hand, bro. Say, you know what, man, I can't do that. I can't do nothing about this.
seriously. Well, let's jump to the other side of the standings, the bottom of the barrel. Who do you think is going to be the worst in the league?
In
Or who do you?
NBA,
Well, let's go with this. Who do you think is going to bounce back better than anybody else last year?
uh, the Hornets, maybe Charlotte.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, 19 games isn't a lot. I think San Antonio has potential to make the playoffs for the first time, which would be awesome.
Right.
I would expect the Mavs to get back for sure. I mean, again, the lucky or staged or however you want to call it draft it turned out in their favor. I'm pretty sure they're going to win a lot more games this year. I'll be more excited to watch them play as well. So, that would actually probably be one of the Suns game I'd actually want to go see. I'd want to go see Cooper flag play. That'd be pretty fun to watch.
So you don't really have a basketball team, huh?
I got to root for the Suns. It's the home team. No, when I do watch basketball, I just enjoy good games. I like players more than teams at this point for the most part.
So you really don't have a basketball team?
No.
Okay.
I don't really have a dog in the fight. As long as the Lakers continue to lose, I'm happy. Other than that, I love Golden State. I to your point, it'd be great to watch them go on one final run, at least try to get deep into the playoffs. Steph is just, again, generational player, right?
Okay.
The guy's just unreal.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Before Steph and Clay and Draymond and all got to Golden State, did you know they had a team?
Yes, dude, I was a huge Chris Webber fan. Come on, Mullen, Webber, Sprewell. Yes, way back in the day, they had a great team.
Latrell, I choked you out, Sprewell.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think he choked him out when he was on the Knicks, right? I think that was the Knicks version of the choke you out. No,
that was Golden State.
Because it was his coach. That's right. Okay.
PJ Carlissimo.
Yeah.
Practice.
Yeah, dude. Golden State's been around for a long time. They had some studs on their team for a while.
Not like they have now.
I mean, like the Kings, dude. The Kings had a solid team with Weber and Bibby and Vladi. They had a team for a couple of years back in the day too.
Shaq never called them the Kings. He always called them the Sacramento Queens. I mean,
that sounds like Shaq. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, and it's not like they ever had the Lakers number, right?
No.
So that's the other problem too.
Well, see, think about something, bro. You think about what is one of the things that's most disappointing with you with basketball? Pro ball.
One of them. I mean, there's several.
Okay, just
the lack of physicality. The lack of physicality and how these players have turned into this flopping, whining nonsense. Like, it's funny because I was just at the gym and there was a 30 for 30 on talking about the 90s Bulls and Pistons, and just you watch those games, you're like, that's what we grew up on. That's what we expect. Now it's just like, let's just drop back a bunch of threes, try to hit a bunch of jumpers, not take it to the hole. Everybody whines and cries when they get fat. Yeah, that to me is the biggest thing. Secondarily, it's the officiating, obviously, but they kind of go hand in hand in my mind. What is it to you?
Free throw shooting.
Well,
lack of.
We grew up watching Shaq. What do you mean? we grew up watching some of the ugliest free throw shots you'll ever see in your life.
Hey, Shaq said they didn't pay him to shoot free throws.
Yeah, that's an easy cop out. I'm 7'4", 350 pounds. I'm not here for free throws. It's like,
But you think about it, the free throw shooting in these games, bro, is just a lot of games are just atrocious. I mean,
that's what's weird to me because, like, when I grew up playing basketball, that was always how you finished. You always finished running suicides and then going to the line because the most important time for free throw is at the end of the game when you're exhausted. You still have to make them. And, growing up, middle school, high school, like, there was an emphasis on that. So I don't know how it doesn't translate from there to college to the pros or whatever it is. But, yeah, the percentage, just on average of the free throws, your point is bad.
I mean, it is
ironically bad,
especially a lot of big men. A lot of there are some that can't shoot, free throws.
Yeah.
But then the majority of them, they can't shoot free throws. I mean, it's like, okay, we're gonna foul this guy because we know he can't make no free throws.
Right.
Or we're gonna foul this guy because
back to Shaq.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, if I'm a coach, I don't care. You know what? I'm gonna put you on the bench, bro, because I'm not gonna lose this game because you out there making another gym with all the bricks you shooting.
Dude, at this point, if I was that bad and I'm making that kind of money, I'm going with the underhand. I'm just gonna, dude, granny shot, man. It works. It works. Come on.
Who shot like that?
Yes, I do know. I just can't think of his name. It's the face of the NBA. What's his face? The logo. Rick Barry did it.
Rick Barry did that.
Okay, Rick Barry did it.
Jerry West is a logo.
I thought Jerry West did it too. No, just Rick Barry.
Yep.
Dude, it works for him. It works. It takes away all the weird mechanics, especially if you're that big.
So
I don't know.
who do you think from those days back there? No, who you think this era right here, the NBA could play back when Jordan and played? Who do you think they could actually play and handle the physicality and stuff that they played with? Dude, when you played back then with Detroit and the Knicks, they would that's like a street fight. They would beat you up, bro.
So I still think the top players could. Like a Steph, first of all, he moves so good without the ball that I don't think he'd have a problem. And he's an outside shooter for the most part. He's probably not going to be taken into the hole like he does now, right? Those soft floaters and things like that. But he'd still be lighting it up from behind the arc.
You think
LeBron absolutely could because he's this insane physical specimen. The problem is he didn't come up in that style
right,
of basketball.
right.
So like mentally he's not there. He's not accustomed to it. He doesn't know how to handle contact and not cry about the fouls. But if you just plugged him in and said, "Hey, this is the league you have to play in," dude, he's insane. And his athleticism and size, and all those things, he absolutely could. Just not the LeBron we know.
Do you think you know you think KD could have played back then? Kevin Durant.
See, he's like a scrawnier Pippen in a sense, right? And it goes back to mentality. Like we don't know if like mentally they could handle that kind of a game because they don't have to, right? He's got the talent for sure. He might have to toughen up a little bit, put on a few more pounds. Trying to think of somebody who is similar to him in that kind of size in that role. It's because Pippen was bigger than him and very muscular and strong.
He wasn't taller than KD. Pip
No,
was
but he's bigger. I mean,
yeah,
he was
bigger.
a more physical presence for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But again, they played defense back then too. That's the other difference, right? Is you had to be physical and be able to handle these big bodies because you're playing a different kind of defense. So I don't know. It's one of those questions we'll never know the answer to, but it'd be crazy to see. I'm sure somebody out there is building an AI generated video that shows us what it would look like. And it's funny because I saw a video of who was it? It was Bob Ross, lovely painter Bob Ross and his
Right,
little trees.
right.
And oh gosh, the neighbor guy. And
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers. And they have them wrestling at like WWE on top of the ladder, and one of them takes the other one like a suplex off the top of the ladder. So hey, AI could create it for us.
So what did Mr. Rogers do? Choke him out with a sweater?
No, he dropped him off the top of the ladder, took him down off a table. It was nuts. He made him his you know what.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting question. It's funny because Stephen A's everywhere these days. He's dove straight into the political world now. He's got his all these other shows. He's still got his ESPN shows. He's got everything. And him and LeBron have been a constant conversation. And it goes back to the GOAT debate, which is
Right.
the biggest reason why those two have animosity with each other. And it's funny because to the point nobody knows, nobody really, there's no definite answer to it. It's everybody's opinion. But yeah, like it's funny because people try to say that Jordan couldn't play in this day and age. Are you kidding me? You know how easy it would be. You know how much longer he'd play if his body wasn't beating the crap every night. Like,
Right.
Like, come on, like that's a joke for people who don't think he could play in this league.
If Jordan played this day and time, he'd average 50 a game.
Dude. Yeah, the hardcore LeBron fans don't think he'd do anything. I'm like,
yeah, he would. They could stop.
You guys don't understand his willpower. Like, do people not really understand? Like, that is what set him apart from everybody else. Is his absolute desire and willpower to win, but more than anything, his absolute hatred to lose to you. He wanted to prove you wrong every chance he could. There aren't players like that anymore at all. You can't find a single player in the league right now that has anything close to that. Kobe was the last one.
You remember when when Jordan played, and then they called who they was talking about how remember J.R. Ryder talking about he could stop Jordan. So
He heard about it.
I,
Yeah.
I heard they was talking about one game and he was talking right. He had a couple shots and he was a rookie and so he was about all of them. But yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna I think he had like I don't know how many points he had already scored. And so anyway, he's yapping, and so Jordan goes over and tells Kevin Garnett, say, hey, he said, you might want to reel your boy in. You can do doing this and that. And so I think Jordan said, all right, you want to talk like that? Jordan came out the second half and put up 46.
Yeah. Destroyed him, dude. I'm telling you. And that's the thing, too, is he could just flip on a switch and go to town. There was this great story from Magic Johnson where you remember that game against Portland where he's just tearing them up and he just shrugs his shoulders over to the side.
Yep.
So he's up till like 3 a.m. playing poker. They're all up late. And Jordan looks over to Magic, says, I'm gonna tear Clyde in that. I'm gonna rip him a new one. I'm gonna make him my, you know what? I'm gonna show him what's up. And he's like, oh, okay. So, next day he goes out there and just lights him up. And he looks over at Magic like, what I tell you? I told you. Like, I had it, man. Yeah, dude. Jordan was, to me, just one for one. His whole mentality and how he approached the game and what he did in games was incredible.
Yeah, but you think about something like I said, we're talking about old school ball. Back they beat you up back in the day. Detroit, Bill Laimbeer, all them guys, Rick Mahorn, them guys would just knock you on your ass, bro. They didn't care. Give me a technical, I don't care. They would every time. You remember when they had a battle with the Bulls, right?
Yeah.
And so they had, dude, I remember they had Scotty. Well, Scotty, they had Scotty so intimidated. But he come to the hole. Scotty's in that driver. He's peeking around trying to find out where they are, bro. I mean, they didn't play back then.
They did not.
And I think today is what Charles Barkley said. A lot of guys today, they want to be buddy on the court. Charles like, but I'll play ball. Charles like, I won't try to be nobody's friend. I'm trying to knock you down, run you. What am I got to do to score?
Yeah.
I ain't trying to help you up. I'm not helping your ass up off the floor. I knocked you down. What I want to help you up.
Yeah. The biggest difference is those towel boys that had to clean the floor back in the day. They're cleaning up blood. Now all these guys are cleaning up a few tears and a little bit of sweat.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like we said, man, the flopping today is just outrageous, bro.
Yeah,
it takes the fun out of the game. I mean, it's just crazy.
It does. Well, all right, dude. Let's wrap it up. Quick update. Mariners are up 3-1. Our boy, the dumper,
hit home run.
Cal Raleigh hit a solo to extend the lead. So
wow, what inning are they in?
Bottom of the 7th. So let's see what they do. Seattle's winning, unfortunately. Damn Seattle. So, dude, our division is gonna be tough. It's gonna be a battle.
Technically, they may be tied record-wise, but we beat Seattle and we beat the Rams. So technically, the Niners are still in first place.
Yeah, but it all comes down to the end there. You got 2 conference games. We'll see how it plays out. But
well, they got to come here. They got to play. They got to play the Cardinals.
Yeah, for sure.
And the Cardinals sometimes, always, somehow.
Dude, they're always a matchup.
They always manage to beat the Niners when they come here.
Dude, it's absurd. Like, to your point, it's just like, your Buckeyes have a game or two where you're like, ugh. I don't care what they're ranked. It's like, ugh, we gotta step up. Cardinals and us are always just, it's a crapshoot. You never know. So we'll see.
Yep. All
right, man. Well, hey, we did it. We have number 2 video. Look at this. We're rocking and rolling here. So
we're getting better. I think we need to try to find. Hopefully, we can get maybe a guest to come on here with us.
I like that. I think we can add to it. We can add a guest and see how that plays out. I'll be curious to see what kind of feedback we're getting from our viewers. We are up on YouTube now, so we have this on YouTube and our Spotify. Well, it's on most places where you can find a podcast. But check us out. We appreciate any feedback. We appreciate your guys' support.
Appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, I'll say it every time we do this. It's our opinion. And it's our opinion. We have ours. You may not always agree with our opinions, but if you want to watch, glad you're watching us. But if you decide, hey, If you don't like our opinions, then you can always go watch somebody else. But we're glad that you tune in to us. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, and every time I don't like your opinion, I just edit it out. I kid.
That's why when I come on, I sound like I'm one of them Japanese movies before we can go on.
Yeah, Vic's like, dude, we recorded for an hour. Why is it only 35 minutes? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. What?
Why
What
am I not there?
Yeah. No, I just playing. But yeah, we appreciate all the support. Any feedback you guys have, we appreciate that as well. So we'll keep it coming. We're at, I think, 27 now. So we're on our way, and we'll bring you some more guests too. So look forward to those.
All right, my friend.
All right. Take care, everybody. Shots from the Foul Line Podcast. We appreciate you.